Okay, everybody, how you doing? Stephen Mayer here from the Mersey Concept. Stephen Mayer, chief instructor from Team Gohan Muay Thai Boxing, crew Stephen Mayer. And I've been Thai boxing since I was about 15 years of age. And a wee thing I saw the other day there, don't think, don't think I need the earphones there, to be honest with you, gang. And I'll tell you what it is, I saw that the Olympic Committee has now decided that Muay Thai is going to be a part of the Olympics. Right. Now, I got a wee problem with that, right? Got a big problem with that, actually. And the big problem with that is Muay Thai to me is the toughest martial art in the world. See, when it comes to your K1 fighters, when it comes to your MMA guys, it's not, they all take up Muay Thai to be a part of what they're actually doing, right? It's a tough sport, very tough sport. Elbows, knees, kicks, this and that, right? The biggest thing with Thai boxing, and how I was brought up with Thai boxing was the only thing that you really wore was your boxing gloves, pair of shorts, anklets, which were optional, right? And anklets is just a wee thin pad thing in your ankle. It's merely a support. Some folks say it's part of the uniform. It was optional in my gym more than anything. So, but there was no shin guard, there was no body shield, there was no head guards. The only time we used the head guards was in sparring when we done elbow sparring in the gym, which was necessary for there because you're throwing in all these elbows, point of the elbow, and it can cause problems. I get 4 stitches in my eye with sparring. With Big John McLean, by the way, helped me with a reverse elbow. And I was throwing a left hook, and he countered it with a reverse elbow and gave me 4 stitches. You will remember that Big John McLean, by the way. Helped me with a cracker, blood everywhere, right? Don't look back and a downer for it on that. It was proud to be a part of Muay Thai boxing, proud to be a coach in Muay Thai boxing. So where am I going with it? So the Olympic Committee now, the IOC, decided now that, right, okay, this is us. We're in the Thai boxing. Thai boxing is going to be a part of us, this and that, blah, 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 right? So the way I see it is Thai boxing is going to be, and I mean watered down, right? So they're going to be wearing body shields, head guards, elbow pads, and shin guards. Now, some folk might actually turn on and say, but you've got to think of safety, Steve. You've got to think of this. No, I am not wearing that one single bit. Muay Thai is known as the toughest martial art in the world, as I says, and any Muay Thai fighter that gets into the ring should only wear boxing gloves and a pair of shorts. That's what got me going with Thai boxing. Now, I don't claim that Muay Thai is a better sport than any other fighting sport because we can learn off of everybody. We can learn off of karate, judo, jiu-jitsu, anybody boxing, anybody's a fighter is game. Simple as that, right? But when you put this sport in there with all this padding on, now, years ago, now I'm going to admit this, right? I don't say this now, obviously, but years ago, I used to slag kickboxers and say, they're wearing shin guards and they're wearing feet pads and they won't kick their legs and they're flicking their kicks and things like that, blah, blah, blah. Right? And that was natural for us Thais, or Thai guys, Thai fighters, I should say, sorry, to say that. And I took pride in saying that. And I must admit, I really did, right? Think different now. I give everybody respect, 110%. I give them respect. But double checking I'm recording here, guys. So where do I think it's all went wrong? I think number one, you see all these organizations, and there's that many now, on Muay Thai. Some folks say Muay Thai and Thai boxing are 2 different things. Wow, that's just a lot of rubbish. So the Thais call it as Muay Thai. Simple as that. You get in and you fight 8 limbs. Simple as that. Hands, legs, knees, elbows, boom, boom, boom. And the shin is used as the low kick is the ultimate weapon to damage the legs and stop these guys really if they're coming back at you. So I'm going to be putting some of that in this podcast anyway, these videos, and you'll be able to see that in action. And I'll put my first fight in it as well, and you'll see that, how aggressive the sport can be. Very, very, very aggressive sport. So when you watch the IOC deciding that Muay Thai was to be involved, and know what's going to happen now, I can tell you right now, because I've been talking Muay Thai for a long time. I am Brew, by the way. I've been talking Muay Thai for a long time. And I think what's going to bug me a wee bit is that you're going to see some people will probably say, well, that's That's no, that's fair enough, aye. But I mean, I could put all that padding on, and I could probably do all that, blah blah blah. Don't me wrong, even with the padding, some of the kicks are powerful, very very powerful kicks, right? But to see the sport real, and you'll see it in the videos that I'm going to put on here, is night and day different, totally night and day different. Um, and being brought up with that and seeing this now is it's a big disappointment to me. And talking to a good friend of mine, crew Jim Richardson, it really should be mastered. It should be master Jim Richardson, by the way, master. Simple as that. To me, the only true Muay Thai exponent in Scotland, as far as I'm concerned. Traditionalists, you name it. We were known as a fighting gym. We were strictly known as you're here to fight, let's fight. We're not here to mess about. We want to win, we want to knock you out. That's what it was. That's my style of teaching in Thai boxing, right? So, and Jim says to me, crew Jim says to me that there's a strong chance that the Y crew is going to be winning. I'm going to show you that in the videos, right? And that's a big part of Muay Thai, and I really hope they don't take that out it. And as Jim says, that there's a strong chance that this will be took out because of television, everything. We can't film that, this and that, blah blah blah. And I think that the top people involved in Muay Thai in Thailand and around the world will probably agree with that and go with that and say, but we need to be in the Olympics is amazing, but don't sell your sport to be there. But then if you put everything in strictly as Muay Thai should be, then the IOC would probably say, no, it's not going to go in. So maybe in a way they're right, but I still think it's diluted. I don't agree with one single, but anybody that knows Stephen Mayer knows me for Thai boxing, Muay Thai boxing, no Thai kickboxing. To me, Thai kickboxing doesn't exist. It's Thai boxing or it's Muay Thai. Simple as that. Fact. It really bugged me, by the way. It really annoyed me. So, I'm not a lover of the way it's gone with the IOC. I am not a lover of one single bit. And will I watch it? No, I won't watch it. Do I wish everybody well that takes part? I wish everybody well, 100%, no problem. You know, to pick up that gold medal, that's great. I'm an Olympic champion in Muay Thai. So how would you compare an Olympic champion in Muay Thai to guys that have fought, you know, with gloves and shorts on and nothing else? How would you compare these two guys? Would some folk would say, but this, you know, style, and it's still the same kick, still the same elbow, still the same knee. Well, when you've got that padding, you'll take chances, and you'll take chances because you're padded up. Your defense becomes different. Everything's all different. You tend to walk in there and, you know, a punch for a punch or a kick for a kick. But when you've got a guy and it's a bare leg, and I'll tell you right now, I've had my nose broke. I've had a hematoma in my eye. I've had 4 stitches in my eye. I've had my leg buckled a million times. Oliver Harrison, R.I.P. Oliver Harrison, who was Champs Camp, who was actually Amir Khan's first boxing trainer. I'd done an exhibition bout with him, and he busted my ribs, by the way. But it was an honour to date with a world champion in Muay Thai. What a guy, the technician they called him, you know, so what a guy. So that's all the memories I've got. Other memories I've got with him. So you can put in the comments here what you think of this. Anybody that's involved in Muay Thai, I want you to come in and say what you think. But I don't think I'll ever be convinced that this is the way forward for Muay Thai. But it's Stevie Murphy mother wanted. They're not going to listen to one word I'm really saying in it. They're just going to say, well, this is going to be simple as that. I just want my views put forward on it. I'm very, 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 very strict with Muay Thai. Very, very strict who teaches Muay Thai. I've had folk in my gym who say they've been to Muay Thai gyms, and you put them on a bag of pads and you say, where did you learn that for? That sounds like I'm slagging other gyms. I'm no, but it's not a Muay Thai style. Fact. So I'd like to know what your thoughts are on that. I'm going to run a couple of wee videos, and you can tell me what you think. I'll run some with the famous Ramon Deca, Bakao, I can never get that guy's name. Yodsen Klai Sang Shai, you know, and we'll see if we can get maybe some maybe Oliver Harrison floating about or whatever for there. And some of his skins many few years ago, amazing fighters, by the way. So no, it's definitely not for me one single bit. I believe that the sport, when you walk into the ring, you should be able to fight. A fight is a fight is a fight, and that's it. Fact. You walk in, gloves, bare elbows, bare knees, bare shins, and fight. Whatever rounds, that's up to them. I don't even know what the rounds are going to be for that. And show Muay Thai and what Muay Thai can really, really, really do. Um, and it's a ferocious sport, by the way. If taught properly, Muay Thai is an absolute ferocious sport. I've seen some folks say, "Well, I've watched Thai boxing. I feel as though these guys are slow and this and that, blah blah blah." Listen, I know guys that have trained in Thailand and sparred with Thais and all that, and say, "Man, these guys can hit. They can hit." And they take their time, and it's very calculated and everything they do. So I'm sure that folk will come in and say, but. You're talking to somebody. I'm 53 years of age now, and I've been involved in the sport mostly all my life. Love the sport, addicted to the sport, love teaching the sport, and still get a kick out of folk when they're hitting me 100 mile an hour and going, "Wow, that's amazing power," because it is amazing power. And their one aim is to destroy, absolutely destroy. So you can let me know what you think in the comments. I just want to keep this quite a short one for here. Run a couple of wee videos, and you just can tell me what you think. So, Stephen Mayer, Crew Stephen, from chief instructor of Team Glahan Muay Thai boxing. We had our first success champions gym. We had our first year of champions officially, WK and ISKA. And we done very well, because we were a fighting gym and we want to keep it that way. And I want to know, anybody that comes on here, what your thoughts might be on the IOC now, on Thai boxing being all padding and everything for the and blah blah blah. I don't believe in it. I don't rate it. And I just think skills will be totally different because of that. I'm really hoping that the Y crew and the Ramuy, anybody that doesn't know what that means, I'm going to be showing you some of that. Which might be abolished, or it might be shown, but no shown in television, because to the Thais, it's a religion, and to us, it's a sport. And I'm really, really, really hoping that they show Muay Thai to its fullest. I don't think they will. I think it's just right. Muay Thai's in, great, thanks. That's it. Eventually, you've been chatting my door for ages, and here it is. But you're going to be seeing guys walking about with padding from head to toe, and I just think it's quite sad that I'm watching that, because I've never ever been a party. I was asked to be a party of that years ago, and I refused. Point blank refused, because I want my guys to get in and fight with a pair of 8-ounce gloves, nothing else, absolutely nothing else. So you can talk about the safety aspect, whatever, any way you want. To me, a fight is a fight, and it's as simple as that. So keep an eye on my wee videos here. I'm going to put some of the videos on, and you can watch it, and you can drop in the comments and let me know what you think. So, Addy.